So we're on to mission 6. I don't think this one's too hard. I think it's a bit harder than the last two because it's a bit trickier, but it's more because I'm not sure what the triggers are for this mission. But we'll go through the tabs and we'll just explain it. Oh. God, I love stuff like this. These little details, like adding a picture of what it is we're actually doing. Oh dear, that doesn't sound so good. Yeah, nice. I don't know if that's just carrier support though or actual air support. I think it's just carrier support. So we can use our pilots to do bombing missions rather than having to split them between carrier duty and bombing missions, I think. Anyway, we'll see in a minute, I guess. Oh. Yeah, okay, so what we need to do, as it explained, we're in this square. I think, as it says, there are 3 bridges. I think, well, this is one of them, obviously. I think this is another one, and then I think there's one over here, I presume. And anyway, we're tasked with taking over this bridge before the enemy can destroy it. This is heavily fortified with enemy units. There's a lot of units on either side of the bridge trying to stop us. Basically, what's happening is they're retreating and then they're going to blow the bridge once all their units are across. So what we need to do is we need to land, storm the bridge, check for explosives, destroying any enemy units we come across, check for bombs and disarm those if we find those, and then hold the bridge. I'm not exactly sure what the trigger is for the bombs being planted or going off though is, because I've encountered situations where I've got there before all the enemy units have escaped or tried to escape to the bridge, and I've stopped them, like I've blown them up as they're approaching the bridge to come across, and I've not been able to find any bombs at all after that. But then other times I felt as though I've destroyed them before they got across, but I found bombs and disarmed them, sort of thing. So I don't know if it's that maybe I missed there's a specific unit that triggers the bombs appearing, or like something to do with the way I handled the units on the map stop the bombs appearing in the first place. It's unclear. But yeah, that's the tricky thing about the mission. It's a bit difficult to tell whether or not you're actually affecting anything and how to affect it, especially because As with all the other missions, the translation is pretty mediocre. But yeah, generally speaking, I usually just go in as one big team. I don't really see the point of having an extra squad go down here. Like, I usually just go in, I think it's usually like 12 of them, at least, in the front door. One of the problems with this mission is as well, the enemy have artillery, like a lot of rocket artillery, somewhere over here. And these units are going to be constantly bombarding the bridge. So if you have like 12 units all along the bridge, all clustered up, they're just going to wipe them out. So you have to be careful about how you're playing, and distribute your units evenly, or as evenly as you can anyway. But yeah, we'll get into that once we're in it. Okay, yeah, there we go. Nighthawks and Trickers. Okay. And this is another thing to consider. Should we take 2 artillery units, or should we just carry 1? I mean, I guess we could double up with them, couldn't we? Because whoever's in an artillery truck isn't in a power loader, are they? Oh, whoops. Yeah, how are we going to do this? Let's have another look at the plan. So yeah, I mean, their plan is we send like most of our units in from the east, while one team comes in from the west. But then I don't really see the point of that. I've tried that before, and all it means is you have one team wading through a whole bunch of enemies that they don't need to be wading through to get to the bridge. The second artillery team is more interesting though, because I think there is a point at which you're firing artillery, and your first artillery unit has to like decamp, I suppose, because there's counter artillery, and you lose their cover for like a half an hour or something. Presume that's the point of the second artillery. Does it say? I think I missed it. No, it doesn't really say. This is less obvious though. I think, yeah, maybe we'll distribute them between the first and the second groupings for the air wings. Luckily they're already readily equipped for their roles. So yeah, maybe we'll do this. So we'll maybe take one off the first grouping, if we need extra air support. Okay. So who are the worst pilots? Let's see. God, she's pretty terrible. Feel bad though, because like these newer ones, I want to at least try them out as pilots. You know, because they're different characters, aren't they? But then at the same time, some of the stats on them are really bad. Okay, wrong one. So like, what's the point? she's pretty awful as well, isn't she? Now these now. But then, I mean, yeah, you can just give them just an assault mech and have them be cannon fodder, you know? If nothing else. If you do put them into battle, that is. So we'll be using more cannon weapons with the power loaders on this one. Should we have a second team of artillery? Yeah, I guess so. Whoops. And you just refuse to read what you're looking at. I mean, she's not too bad. I mean, her defense is a bit poor, but she's got decent AP and decent AG. Need to give her a weapon, don't I? So we'll go with 2 recon units and then 10 standard lasers for the team. We're sort of going to split it into 2 teams, sort of. I guess she can go on the team as well. Yeah, it's not too bad. Need to make sure everybody's got the correct machines now. Oh, we can change to the advanced recon units. Nice. Sweet. So again, like with the advanced standard power loaders, these give you higher AP boost. They're also tougher, can take more damage. Oh, I can show you that here, can't I? Yeah, there we go. 50 versus 65, and also do they have better scanning range by default? Yeah, yeah. Just overall they're a much better package. And this is the more advanced scanner as well. So 14 and 6, wow, that's really good. I think the biggest benefit though is you can have a shoulder weapon with this one. So I usually give them the biggest cannon I can find, and then just do what I did with the recon units, so either give them a grenade launcher or give them a Gatling gun. Yeah, being able to give them just like a shoulder weapon is really good. It's really helpful. God, how is her AG -1? Like, what the hell? She's a soldier, how did she get into the army like this? I mean, you could also like equip it with maybe, say, Drew 35s, but like, it's worth mentioning with that, like, the Drew 35 can only be fired twice, so what's the point? You might as well just use the fact that you have the one shoulder slot and the extra AP that a standard loader heavily armed doesn't have, and just go for a cannon, because at least you've got like is it 10 shots? 11 shots? Yeah, 11 shots. At least that's my thinking on it. I'm gonna equip her. Think we're mostly done though. I mean, obviously she needs guns, but I mean, I think we're mostly done in terms of the types of weapons. So this one, you're going to be fighting in more direct line of sight combat, so you don't get missiles as much. But then having missiles is never a bad thing, so... Well, aside from the limitations of missiles generally. Yeah, so we'll put these two in artillery trucks. I love how when I first played this game, like it took me ages to realise I could put the girls in artillery trucks. Like I was reading a guide and I just didn't realise you could unequip, well, I didn't realise you were supposed to unequip your equipment, come out of the equipment screen, then select them again to be able to be given this option of equipping them with a different type of vehicle. But then it's not obvious, is it? But then that's pretty much everything in this game. It's not obvious. Okay, so we'll do a final check and just make sure we've got all the right weapons for everybody. Yeah, I mean we've got plenty of 105s and got a few 88s and missiles. Yeah, we've got a good range, I think anyway.
Meteor here, requesting close airstrikes now.
You are the airstrikes. God damn this game.
Sugar Bowl here. We are at landing point. Sugar land. Over. Silver Foxes, we are over the drop zone. Begin landing. Candy bag here. We are at landing point. Candy land.
Jesus Christ, the voices this woman does. God, look at her as well, she looks so high. So basically what we need to do here is there's a big central road along the map. I think it's supposed to be on like a raised column or something. We need to get as far across this as possible, which isn't far, before being shot down. And then once we're landed, our team will just rush forward. Wow, that's further than I thought we could get. Hang on. Damn it. Might need to reload here then. Yeah, I might need to reload here. Okay, back in a second.